Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.
Cause my niggas, I stay bulletproof. Bulletproof. Wait, hold on, tell me what got into you. Into you. I search around the room like, where you? Where you? Brendo step to me, I'm like, who you? Who you? And you can say what you wanna say. But I stay on this shit, that's every day.
So y'all, real quick, we're gonna get on this before we get into our subjects. Cause I just wanted to speak to everybody on this here because I think a lot of people out there don't understand. I don't think people understand friendships, relationships, and just any type of relationship that you have with anybody. I don't think people really fully understand it. And you know what? We probably can just jump right into the religion one after this because this got something to do with some religion because it's usually religious people that have these issues. To me, they have these issues with a bunch of things. So what happened, y'all, was yesterday was Friday. Y'all know we record on Wednesdays and Saturdays. This is a Saturday recording. What happened was Friday yesterday. We get ready to, we right before we go to lunch, probably about 30 minutes before we go to lunch. I'm redoing my resume at work, trying to get away from my job, which I probably shouldn't be doing that. But yeah, trying to prepare for a different job, and Q helped me out with it. And then I was showing some of my other coworkers, and they were like, "Hey, you should let us look at that too." You know, 3 people looking at it and help find some things we can fix it. So they were going to say, "Oh, you should do this, you should do this, whatever," making the resume look real good and everything. Then they asked me a question about our vacation. So y'all remember we went on vacation and everything. So myself, my wife, Q, her son, we all went on vacation together, right? And then they asked me, "Miller, I've been wanting to ask you this question. Why would you take your best friend on vacation with you and your wife when it's supposed to be a couples thing?" And I'm like, who told you that was been a couples thing? When it was all said and done, it was supposed to be a group thing. Yeah. It ran into just, hey, only us 3 was the only ones still available to go. So we got LaMalachi and we were like, let's go. Right. So we went. Y'all understand, y'all. I don't want to say this because everybody who was involved was black, but one monkey don't stop no show. So that's what it was. Yeah. So we just kept it going. But they asked me that question, so I went ahead and answered the question. And then they just kept getting deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper.
They wanted it to be a couple. That's what it's like. It's like nobody never told them that. They just juicier for them
for it to be a couple
for it to be a thing like that and end up otherwise.
Yeah, it was supposed. So in their head, it was supposed to be a couple thing. And I went and manhandled my wife and forced her to let Q go along with us in their head, right? So then they went on and going and saying, "Oh, in 10 years, your wife's gonna look back on this and end up divorcing you, getting mad at you. She gonna remember that this is gonna backfire on you some kind of way, right?" Stupid. So I'm like, what? So then they gonna try to ask me, well, what if your wife best friend was a dude and she said she wanted him to come along? And I'm like, whoa, hold on, stop that right there. That ain't gonna happen. And I said, what do y'all think that I did? Y'all really think I went to my wife and said, "Oh, this is my best friend, she coming?"
Right.
I'm like
what? She had no say in it. Yeah, like she had no
say in it at all. So I'm like, so y'all get killed at. That's not how it happened. So I'm like, I don't know if y'all understand how marriage go, but I went to Deshaun. Y'all know we mention Deshaun all the time in our episodes. Went to Deshaun, RTM. He's married. And I was like, yo, Deshaun, they must understand. When it comes to decision making and running the household, us men can say we man this, and this. But when it's all said and done, our wives the one make all the decisions for everything. So it ain't no way it's just I'm finna go to my wife and just be like, this finna happen and go. I don't know who they think I am.
Like that would be hilarious. It'd be like, "Huh, okay," and walk away. Like you thought.
Yeah. So this is my thing, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. And I know it's very cliche, but misery loves company. We have to understand that. It loves it. No one who's miserable like to see anyone else happy because it makes them feel worse. if they're happy, if you're happy and they're not, it makes them feel worse. So they got to find a way. They got to find a way to make sure that we get even with them. And it's so crazy that instead of them trying to make us come to their level, you would think that they want to lift themselves up and come up to our level if they see that that's, oh man, they're happy. So let's be happy. But it's not like that. It's like, oh man, I'm not happy. I don't want them to be happy. So it got to be a way for them not to be happy. Yeah. So it's the real thing, y'all. Misery loves company. And for some reason, a lot of religious people have the biggest issues with things when it comes to couples and what a couple or a married man or a married woman should or shouldn't do. Right? And from my understanding is how the Bible is, we're supposed to have unconditional love for our husband or wife or family members, boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever. We're supposed to have unconditional love. Mm-hmm. Right? So for them to tell me, oh, my wife might end up leaving me one day because I brought my best friend along on our vacation, and when we could have instead had a vacation, we brought a friend along, so now we can't be how we wanted to be and everything. So it's just like,
it was so much to that whole, like the whole interact, like, granted I didn't even know what was going on. Yeah. That whole, like, I didn't know, it didn't even fade, like, I didn't even realize that she was there talking to them until, like, Sinead said something, and I was like, oh, what? She was like, what are you asking about, you know, and I was like, why is he even defending it? I was like, I would have just been like, because that's my friend and I wanted her to go. And left it at that. Because no matter what you would have said, they're going to still have their own opinion on it because they say shit about our friendship anyway. Like a guy and a girl can't be platonic friends in the first place. So like, I wouldn't even said nothing. I'd be like, because we wanted her to go, and that's where she went.
My biggest thing was,
and it's like you talk about me at work, like stuff that be happening, like y'all when y'all go on vacation and that you wanted something and be like shot that down, like, you know what I'm saying, just like with little stuff. So like, why do they think that you would, and you're not like that anyway, to just be like, she's going and that's that. That doesn't even make sense. So they just wanted to make a juicy topic out of absolutely nothing because they had nothing else to talk about.
Yeah, and you know, but see, the thing about it was, it didn't really bother me to explain that to them, because I feel as though, okay, I know everybody else been whispering and saying little things about it, on, and then they also mentioned it while they was talking to me. Yeah. It's just that they was the only two that was like grown enough to say, you know what, instead of whispering behind their back and saying anything, let me go to the source and ask and see what he say. So,
and then, but to sound ridiculous doing it, they could have just been like, well, why didn't you and me just take a vacation by yourself? And left it like that. But you have to sound ridiculous, like, wasn't it a couples thing? And then next thing you know, no, because if it was a couples thing and the couples dropped out, I'm sure I would have never even got the invite to go. Like, niggas don't think. Like, they just wanted to have some
And the thing that bothered me the most, because it was like, everybody who was not a part of the conversation way somewhere else, since they wanted to have, they was meerkats. All their heads popped up and everybody over there, and then now they over there having their side chat and side conversation. They're talking about our conversation to each other, but loud enough so we can hear it as if they're a part of the conversation. And I'm like, what the hell? So it's like one of those type of things, y'all. So it's just like my biggest thing is about this is, y'all gotta understand, if someone is willing to let your relationship go based on what an outside source tell them, then y'all don't need to be together in the first place. Real talk. And this is for the men and the women. If someone come to you, men, and tell y'all, hey, I seen your wife doing A, B, and Z. See, you sound like that. I just jumped to the end of the thing, y'all.
I know I said A, B, or Z.
Yeah. She was doing all the alphabets, right? And if you go and say, oh, for real? Hey, go home, argue, I'm done, blah, 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 and go. Your wife should be like, all right, then it's over with. Don't even fuss and fight with that dude. And then female, same thing. Your husband shouldn't even fuss and fight with you. You should say, okay, whatever, boom. Because if you're going to believe the outside source no matter what, if you're going to believe what they say, if you're going to believe the rumors, if you're going to believe all of that, but you have no evidence, you never even seen no evidence, you never had any suspicion of it until these people brought it up. It never crossed your mind. You never seen nothing. You're like, no, I see them all the time and I never seen that. But since you said it,
right.
Oh, this is over with. Y'all don't need to be together then.
Yeah.
It's simple as that. And it's crazy that people in the church, that call themselves religion, that go to church every Sunday, go to church 3 times a week and all that there, would tell you that.
Or single people.
Yeah, or single people.
Like,
Single people try to
single
people
like,
try
I
to
know
tell
I'm
you
single,
how.
but I try to only give my opinion when I'm asked when it comes to relationships.
Single people
or
giving
if it's
you
like a close friend, then I'm like, all right, you know.
And that's
but
what
like,
I don't understand. And it's like the people who make all these assumptions and make all these things are either A, they're not married, they don't have a boyfriend, they don't have a girlfriend, or they can't keep a boyfriend or girlfriend, they got multiple baby daddies or baby mamas, things like that. So why do I want to take advice from you either way?
For real. Even if it's asked, it's like I'm gonna take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, for real.
I just wanted to hear what you thought about it. But
so y'all, just real quick before we get into this everything. 9 out of 10, it's gonna be a short for y'all either way. But before we get into it, just remember, if someone loves you and they say they love you and they are in love with you, that love should be unconditional. And there should not be someone on the outside that can be able to come in and mess up what you have on the inside. Because, y'all, when the heat is out there, don't let nobody get you out of your cold AC to go out there in that fire. I'd rather stay in here and be nice and chilly and have to put on blankets around me because it's too cold than to go outside and have to run around ass out because it's so hot. And that's all they doing, y'all. Y'all can't let that outside mess up what's on the inside. You take that and be like, yo, whatever, all right, and go on about your business. So that's what I want to say on that, y'all. Don't let the outside influences, don't let those miserable people, don't let those single people, don't let those people who want you to go through what they went through. Because if you stop and listen to what they say, a lot of times when they say stuff, they say, oh, because when my man cheated on me, this what he was doing. When my man didn't come home, this what he was doing. When my man was this what was happening.
Or even if my man would have did that, this is how I would react.
Yeah.
It's like, well, that's you.
Exactly.
And maybe your reaction is necessary at that time.
And so it's like they want you to be where they were.
Yeah.
And that's why they keep saying when it happened to me, when it's that, because they want what's happening in your relationship to be that.
Yeah.
They not coming and saying, well, you do know the same thing happened with Miss Wilson and Mr. Wilson, and they good. Everything happened. So it's sometimes they don't tell you the other side. It's all the negative side.
Yeah.
Or what the negative could be. Nobody never say what the positive could be. And that's what it is, y'all. They just want y'all to be miserable like them. So that's all I have to say on that, y'all. Don't let them mess up a good thing, man. If you got a good thing, keep that good thing. Don't let the outside mess up the inside. Until you have evidence of your own, don't prosecute. Feel me? If it don't fit, you must have quit. Will we get sued for that?
I don't think so. I don't think they have to do that.
Alright, yeah. There it is. So if it don't,
water,
clear bottle water, y'all. If it don't fit, you must have quit. Unless you're on Maury and you talking about a baby and the condom pop because it didn't fit, you just a daddy. Can't use that.
Stupid.
Cause my niggas, I stay bulletproof. Bulletproof. Wait, hold on, tell me what got into you. Into you. I search around the room like where you? Where you? Rendo step to me, I'm like who you? Who you? And you can say what you wanna say, but I stay on this shit that's everything. Yeah, cause my nigga, I stay bulletproof. So tell me, nigga, what got into you? into you.